Hey, it's Ryan from the Carb Situation. Remember, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a trainer. I'm just a human guinea pig who likes to read a lot and willing to experiment. If you go on the journey with me, maybe you'll learn what I learned. Oh yeah, and I curse a lot. Let's do this. Hey guys, what is up? It's time for another weekly check-in. Today is April 14th, 2019. That means it's the end of week 4 and the beginning of week 5. This last week has been an anomaly from previous weeks. My weight gain and fat gain have really tapered off. And I'm not really sure why, but I think it's a combination of two things. I think that I have probably calmed down on my intake. I don't think I've been eating quite as much or quite as badly as I was the previous few weeks. So that's going to account for a little bit less dramatic gains. But also, I believe that my body is trying to adapt and trying to compensate. So imagine my organs inside saying, oh my gosh, if this is how we're going to start be eating from now on, we need to increase our insulin levels and try to keep this blood sugar down and circle the troops to try to fight this crazy diet that this dude's eating. And so I honestly think that my body is kind of trying to adapt to make that happen. And so let's talk about the results. Last week I was 213.6 pounds and this week I am 214.6 pounds. So I gained exactly 1 pound, which is pretty anticlimactic compared to the previous weeks, I admit. For fat percentage, I was 28.4% body fat last week, and this week I'm 28.6%. So I just gained 0.2% body fat, so that's, far less than it has been in the past, which had me a little befuddled why my weight gain has tapered off so much. But like I said, I think I'm adapting a little bit as best my body can, and also there were some times where I just felt sick and I just stopped eating. I was like, I can't. I'd skip a dinner or skip lunch just because I just felt so horrible. So that brings me to another point that I want to talk about. I've seen kind of things like this where people do experiments. If you've seen that documentary, Super Size Me, things like that, and they're always, oh, I feel so horrible. And I always thought, man, you're just being dramatic. Come on, you ate a Big Mac, big fucking deal. But I got to be honest with you. If your body is used to a pretty clean lifestyle, and I never had the best diet ever, but it was fairly clean. I did pretty well. And then you bombard it with sugar and high carbohydrate foods. It is dramatic. It really is dramatic. The changes you feel. The inflammation, allergies, acid, sleep, my cardio, breathing. Everything has been affected, and I really do feel like shit all the time. Just miscellaneous aches and pains. It's really crazy to me. So I have a new respect for guys who have done that kind of thing. I'm telling you, if you increase your size that quickly, it takes a big toll on your health very fast. So it's true, they're not being dramatic. You really do feel like shit. So that was another thing I wanted to touch on, is that this week I have noticed my sleep has really started to go to shit. So I don't sleep very well these days. I track my sleep with my watch and an app called Sleep as Android. And before I started this experiment, my sleep was actually quite good. I was really proud of it. I have a lot of deep sleep almost half the time and don't wake up too much and everything like that. Lately, my sleep has been bad. Like, I wake up a lot, can't go to sleep that fast. My snoring has gone through the roof, I'm told. So that has been an unpleasant side effect. And I think it's just harder to breathe, really. So sleep has been affected by my diet quite a bit. In this upcoming week, I am not traveling. I'll be working from home, so I can get back into my routine a little bit, probably do a couple bike rides, get to eat a bunch more food, and we'll see if my weight gain resumes. Yeah, that's it for the upcoming week. As for when I'm going to switch gears on my project and stop gaining and go back to my other diet and lose, so we can show that part, of course. I've thought about 35% body fat. It's just an arbitrary number. I wanted it to be dramatic. I've been asked why not just stop now, but you know, I don't want to just be like, oh, I gained 12 pounds, good for you, and then you lost 12 pounds. That happens to everybody all the time. I really want it to be dramatic. If I gain like 15% body fat in a couple months, I'm a 200-pound guy. 15% of that is 30 pounds of fat all over my body and my organs and my gut and all these things. That's dramatic. So I want to make a point in that it's a lot. But if my weight gain tapers off, I'm not going to just continue to punish myself for months and months trying to get to some arbitrary number. So we're going to see how the next couple weeks go. And I hope to keep gaining to where I can get into the 30s somewhere, maybe even up to 35% body fat. And when that happens, you know, we'll see it coming. And then I'm going to switch and we're going to lose it all, hopefully. If my weight gain continues to taper off, then probably only another 4 to 6 weeks, and then I'm going to switch and drop it back down. I'm still 40 or 50 pounds over my ideal weight, so it'll be a lot to lose whether I go forward very far or not. So hey, that's this week's check-in. I think that's all I got. Remember to subscribe. Do the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I come out with new videos. We're going to put up some more this week, and I hope you're enjoying the journey. Thanks for the support. Keep leaving me comments and suggestions, and we'll see you next week. Cheers.